Welcome to Shul Machshava Nadav, Shir sponsor Luinishva Sarim Biakashom Leabas Yitzchok. We're holding in Basra Daf Kovches. This daf is the beginning of Perik Chezkas Habatim, speaking about the chazaka of Gimel Shanim, the 3-year chazaka that one has when he's holding on to a house. This daf is also learned in Shiva Batamus. And we have here an interesting connection. The Maharal in Netzach Yisrael Perik Chov Dalet. He speaks about what the Gemara in Gittin says, that Am Yisrael, if they would stay in Eretz Yisrael until the limit, until the last year they could stay there, they would chas v'sholom be destroyed. Says the Gemara, what is the last year they could stay there? It says, the numeric value of v'noshantim is 852. If Am Yisrael will be in Eretz Yisrael until 852 years from the time they went into Eretz Yisrael, chas v'sholom, they will not be able to come back. But Akash Baruch Hu did a chesed and took Am Yisrael 2 years before v'noshantim, says the Gemara on Gittin. They were out of there 2 years before in order not to reach the level of v'noshantim. So Zog the Maharal, and that's Yisrael Perik Chov Dalet. He says, but the Torah says, Ki Yisrael bonim u'bei bonim v'noshantim ba'aretz. It says v'noshantim. So the Chura, the Divrei HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to be miskayim. And also, why specifically 2 years before v'noshantim? So Zog the Maharal of Shas like this. The v'noshantim, this has to be a kiyum of v'noshantim. Akash Baruch Hu basically said in the Torah that Am Yisrael will reach v'noshantim, but not till v'noshantim. Because if you reach till v'noshantim, it says v'avatem eiru, as the Gemara says there. So you have to reach v'noshantim, but not up to v'noshantim. So what is close to v'noshantim, but not v'noshantim? Meaning within the realm of v'noshantim, but you don't actually reach there. That's 2 years before. Why specifically 2 years? Zog the Maharal, because in Chezkas Habatim we learned that a chazak is 3 years. Meaning when you have 3 years, you're establishing something new. You're establishing a new ownership. It's what the Maharal calls a new gavul, a separated entity. If you're going to Golus 3 years before v'noshantim, so then you're ready, it's not part of v'noshantim. Look, every 3 years it's its own period. When I have a years of chazakah, it means this 3 years shows that there's something new over here, creating a new ownership. I want to be within the realm of v'noshantim, but not too close. What is within the realm and not too close? 2 years. 3 years is something new already. That's why it says the Gemara says that Am Yisrael went to Golus 2 years before. And as my father Shlita brings in the Ha'oris of the Maharal, and we know in this sugya we have the Ktsois Choshemish Betzim Kufmem Ois Beis that brings the big Yisraelistic question: what does the chazaka do? What does the 3-year chazaka do? Ktsois brings 2 explanations. Either based on the Ramban, really when a person holds on to the land, that itself is a chazaka. If someone's in someone's land and nobody's protesting, that's a chazaka. But within 3 years, there's a reusa, there's a giron, something missing. Why? Why don't you have a shtar? So you have a chisaron in the chazaka. After 3 years, they don't have the chisaron, and go back to the chazaka. Meaning, after 3 years, the chazaka shows the ownership. The Ktsois brings another explanation. That maybe chazaka shel shanim is just at the Karan Derabbanan. Really, you have to show a star. And without a star, you can't have ownership. Chazal Misakid, after 3 years, the person doesn't have to keep the star and it can hold on to the ground. So Zog my father, you see the Maharal lose like a Ramban. Because the Maharal tells you 3 years establishes something. 3 years is not just at the Karan Derabbanan and not enough to hold on to the star. That's why v'noshantim needs to be within through 3 years and not more than 3 years in order to be within the realm of v'noshantim. And very fitting to bring over here what the Likutei Halochos of the Moranat from Breslev, how he explains Chezkas Karkaris, his first explanation out of many. And he says the idea is, based on Rav Nachman says that Ashirus, the richness, is part of the Adam, and it's represented in Karka. As Rav Nachman brings in Torah Samechtes, a person comes to the world, he comes with a set amount of years he's going to live, who's going to be his wife, who's going to be his kids, and who's going to be, and how much money he's going to have, and they're all included together. It's all one big structure. And the idea of money all belongs, all ashirus, all money possessions belong to a karka. And that's why the ikar koyach of adam in money is a karka. As we see in our sugya, you don't have a prusbul if you don't have a karka. If you don't have a karka, you're missing in the adam himself. That gives him the chiyus and the nefesh that he has. So he says, when a person is koine karka, there is a klipo, similar to what we have orlo by the fruits in the first 3 years. First 3 years, it's not clearly yours. You're not completely connected to the karka. And that's why within 3 years, there's still tightness. A person owns a karka, but who says it's yours? Someone could come and claim against it. You have to have a shtar. It's not so clear. After 3 years, that's where the connection of a adam to his karka, to his moment, is being established after all the klippas were removed. Same way that a fruit of a tree after 3 years of arlo, now it's being revealed and now you can eat it. So meaning the chazaka of karka says that 3 years establishes here something new, comes and creates and reflects and shows the real connection of an adam to his karka. It means in connecting here a new bailus, a new relationship. And that's what the Maral says, that in order to be within the realm of something which is not something new, it needs to be less than 3 years. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.